This past weekend marked 40 years since the first diagnosis of AIDS in the United States. During the HIV/AIDS epidemic, a severe stigma surrounding gay men was formed and is still a problem seen today.
McKenna Alexander spoke with members of the LGBTQ+ community and medical professionals on how that stigma has changed over the last 4 decades.
HIV, or human immunodeficiency virus, is a sexually transmitted virus that attacks the body's immune system. If not treated, HIV can lead to its most severe stage of acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, commonly known as AIDS. According to the CDC, without treatment, people with AIDS typically live for only 3 years.
There is still a little bit of a taboo when we talk about HIV.
A taboo topic stemming from the research that proves anal sex to be the riskiest form of intercourse when it comes to contracting HIV. But health officials say this fact is just science, not bigotry.
So it's really just like the anatomy and physiology of anal sex. It has nothing to do with men who have sex with men. It's all about the type of sex and the way that the virus or bacteria can get into the other person's body.
Medically based but poorly portrayed, the first diagnosis of AIDS in the U.S. created a stigma toward gay men that's still present, even 40 years later. But in order to fully grasp the impact AIDS has had on the LGBTQ+ community, we need to go back in time to June of 1981. On June 5th, 1981, the first AIDS diagnosis brought with it dangerous myths and rumors that unfurled into the stigma we know today.
Gay men at the time, were afraid. They're afraid for their lives. They were afraid what people would think just because they were gay.
The fear of homosexuals became systemic. From 1987 until 2010, there was a ban on travelers that were HIV positive. From 1985 until 2015, a lifetime blood donation ban was placed on men who have sex with men. Even today, blood donation centers require a year-long period of abstinence from male anal sex.
My sexuality shouldn't be one of the things that would disqualify me.
Dan Bennett Hardy's father often donated plasma, so on the anniversary of his dad's death, Bennett Hardy decided to do the same, until he was turned away on the basis of his sexual activity.
I felt like dirt. I felt the worst that I think I'd felt in a very long time. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to turn. I just felt like I wasn't worthy. I wasn't worth what this was.
Bennett Hardy says while some positives have come out of the last 40 years, such as an increase in STI testing and education of the virus, there's still more to be done in diminishing this harmful stigma.
We need to work with healthcare professionals to ensure that we're getting treated adequately and respectfully and at the same level as everybody else.
For Eau Claire Zone News 18, I'm McKenna Alexander.
Bennett Hardy adds if anyone in the community is HIV positive and is in need of support or has questions, to reach out to the Chippewa Valley LGBTQ+ Center.
For contact information as well as a list of places you can be tested for HIV, head to WQOW.com.